What's up, YouTube? This is a quick message to the Washington Commanders after watching that debacle that happened there against the Bears. And I'm going to just give you a little bit of reality. But before we get into that, this is what I got to say. Washington Commanders, I do not like your franchise at all. I don't like the fact that you changed your name from the Redskins. I think the Commanders' name is garbage. I do not like Joe Theismann. I do not like John Riggins. I don't like Darryl Green. I do not like Wilbur Marshall. I do not like Art Monk, Ricky Sanders, or Gary Clark. I definitely don't like. I can't stand the Hogs because they are just a bunch of hogs. Okay? I can't stand Gerald Riggins and Ernest Biner, even though they were there, but they helped y'all win a title, so I don't like them. All right? I don't like Jim Plunkett. Is that who won? No, not Jim Plunkett. It was the other guy. Dude that was kind of corny like Jim Plunkett. The quarterback y'all had. Remind me of Jim Plunkett. Cornball, dude y'all picked up later. All right? Notice I ain't saying nothing about Doug Williams. Doug, all right, Doug, you good, Doug. All right, you cool. Right? But that's the point. Now, I definitely don't like the fact that the owner of the Philadelphia 76ers went and bought the team from Dan Snyder. I definitely don't like that my favorite basketball player of all time, Magic Johnson, got something to do with that nonsense, owns part of the team. I definitely don't like Joel Embiid showing up at y'all opening day to support the team. So we got issues right now. I did love the fact that we beat y'all in the fashion that we beat you to get revenge and in the way we all thought y'all could possibly win. But y'all didn't. Yeah, I like that. But getting to last night's game. I'm just trying to tell y'all, right, that y'all shouldn't be surprised by the outcome of what happened. And it's not because I think your team is trash. I think your roster is actually respectable, pretty good. But there's a couple of things going on. Overall, you're kind of somewhat new in your rebuild. I mean, you have some players that have been there for a few years and they're probably ready to win, like McLaurin, been there for a minute, you know, that sort of thing. But overall in your rebuild, kind of in the middle. So your team is not elite and they're not trash. They're middling. It's a middling team. And that's what manifested itself last night. And that's what happens with middling teams. Last week, you went up against the champs of the NFC East and of the NFC in general. The team that vanquished the 49ers. A team that just doesn't care about the Dallas Cowboys, ain't worried about them. The team that just took care of whoever came in there, came into that building. The team that let y'all get a little game last week. You know, last year, I mean. Okay? But this is the deal. This is the deal. Your team came out and played a hard-fought game against the Philadelphia Eagles. I mean, if you want to look for it, what an A++ game from the Commanders looks like, that was it last week. Now, I understand you might think your defense wasn't, but if you're going to be realistic, your defense is not going to shut our offense down like nobody really is. Okay, going to shut down the Eagles' offense. So, offense was clicking. Sam Howell was looking great. I honestly believe it had a lot to do with our defense strategy, but it's fine. I'll give y'all credit. Scary Terry McLaurin was on. Jahan Dotson, my Penn State boy, was on. I don't like the fact that he plays for your team at all. I don't like no Penn Staters playing for y'all. I didn't like when LeVar Arrington played for y'all. All right, I meant to mention him. But because of the nature of last week's game, you guys were always going to lose last night, okay? And this is something a lot of people don't factor in their analysis. I've listened to a lot of your content creators, you know, the Louis T's and the et ceteras and other guys' names I can't remember right now. And nobody mentions, because I understand we be in the delusionary space of our team. You look at the fact it's just the Bears and you think you're supposed to win. Listen, whoever you were going to play last night, you're going to lose to. And the reason being, you're in a hard-fought division game where, I mean, it was a playoff atmosphere for you guys. Not necessarily for us, but for you guys, it was almost like a playoff type energy you put into it. And then, after Sunday, then you got Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday, which means you got 3 days to get ready for an opponent like the Bears who haven't won anything. And you just think, I mean, as much as you want to be focused and put the same energy that you put into the Eagles, it's very difficult to do. And only elite teams typically do that. The Eagles had to start the year off. First going to Foxborough. You know, people can talk like that ain't nothing all they want, but no, you had to travel to Foxborough. Win that game against Bill Belichick, who put in every little trick to other trade against us. Then we had to turn around and face Tampa Bay. Or, no. What was it? Yeah, to turn around and face Minnesota, I believe. Yeah, on Thursday night, you know. These are things elite teams can handle. They can turn around and turn it on and, you know. But, I mean, Washington, y'all doing your little thing, man. What happened was supposed to happen. I mean, you guys are not going to win, first of all, 2 games in 10 days. Especially if you have to play a division rival like the Eagles, you know, in the midst of it. Team just not built like that, man. So, and it doesn't matter who you want to play. And the signage came out lethargic in the beginning. Halftime, you know, the coach probably screamed at him, Ron and the other boys, Eric Bieniemy, probably screamed at these guys. You know, made a valiant comeback in the second half, but unfortunately it wasn't enough. You know what I mean? So, I ain't going to spend a whole lot of time talking about y'all. Not worried about y'all team. I got a little time to get it together. Season's still young. You know what I mean? So with that, man, peace.